Well, a setback today for Republican gubernatorial candidate and Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco.
The California Supreme Court puts the brakes on Bianco's controversial ballot investigation, at least for now.
Well, CBS LA political reporter Tom Wade is here live with the court's temporary ruling and the release of the criminal warrants used to get the ballots down.
Right, and it is interesting because these ballots, the warrants were sealed, and we didn't get a look at them until now. We'll go through some of the details in those warrants in just a second here. But tonight, Governor Newsom on X praising the court's ruling, saying, quote, another destructive MAGA election scheme thrown out. Bianco firing back, posting, reading comprehension isn't Gavin's specialty. Tonight, we still don't know where the ballots are and when Bianco may release them. California's Supreme Court orders Riverside County Sheriff and GOP candidate for governor Chad Bianco to stop his controversial ballot investigation while the court reviews the case. In a video posted on Facebook, Bianco says he's confident the court will ultimately allow his count to continue.
We will have arguments presented to them for the merits of our case and for them to basically, eventually, what we are very confident they will allow us to continue this investigation despite the Attorney General's attempts to cover it up.
Sheriff Bianco, who has a history of repeating President Trump's false claims about election fraud, ordered 650,000 ballots seized from last fall's Prop 50 special election based on accusations from a citizens group with a history of election denialism that there were 45,000 questionable ballots. The Riverside County registrar reported 0 issues with the tabulation. Along with the court's ruling, the criminal warrants used to justify the ballot seizure were unsealed, officially confirming Bianco used the questionable numbers from the citizens group to obtain the ballots. Rick Hassan is one of the nation's top legal experts on election law.
The fact that the warrants allege a felony and it's based only upon unreliable statements of a so-called voter integrity group that have been proven to be false shows just how thin the evidence was.
Bianco already put the count on pause late last month after State Attorney General Rob Bonta took the case to the state Supreme Court. But we learned through the unsealed warrants that before Bianco halted the ballot count, that 22 boxes were opened and the ballots contained within the boxes were counted. The total number of ballots counted from the 22 boxes was at most 12,561.
Well, the cynic in me thinks that the sheriff's office knew that this was a bogus claim, but it's great publicity to be able to seize ballots, especially when the sheriff is running for governor and is trying to attract votes of Trump-allied Republicans who believe that there's a lot of voter fraud.
Over the course of the last couple of weeks, including today, we've made multiple requests for interviews with Sheriff Bianco. We've either been told he's not available or we have been ignored. Those unsealing of the warrants came from a lawsuit from a number of media organizations, including us. Also, another tidbit here, President Trump endorsed the other Republican that's pulling in the top, Steve Hilton, for governor, not Chad Bianco. So a rough week so far for Chad Bianco.
And yeah, where are the ballots?
Where are the ballots?
Thank you, Tom.